Govan began playing guitar age 3, encouraged by his father, but initially learning mainly by ear. His father taught him 3 chords first, and introduced him to his record collection. Govan began listening to 1950s rock and roll artists. He worked out chords and solos from listening to the records. Half-Scottish Govan was also heavily influenced by Zal Cleminson, a Scottish guitarist best known for his work with the Sensational Alex Harvey Band. At the age of 9, Govan and his brother Seth played guitar on a Thames Television program called Ace Reports. At secondary school, he was exposed via older classmates to shred guitarists of the time. His first electric guitar was a Gibson SG, which he keeps at home. After leaving school, Govan studied English at St. Catherine's College at Oxford University. He dropped out after a year to pursue a career in music. Govan states that he was torn between continuing his studies or focusing on becoming a musician. He ultimately decided to concentrate on the latter. Around this time, he sent demos of his work to Mike Varney of Shrapnel Records. Varney was impressed and offered him a record deal. Govan declined, despite initiating contact in the first place. In 1993, he won Guitarist magazine's Guitarist of the Year competition with his instrumental piece Wonderful Slippery Thing. A version of this song was included on his debut solo album. The demo of the track earned him a place amongst several other entrants in the live final, which he then won. In the meantime, Govan hit upon the idea of transcribing music from records professionally, and submitted the most technically difficult piece he could think of to Guitar Techniques magazine. This earned him a job as a contributor to the magazine, ending a spell working in fast food. Govan began his involvement with Asia playing on the album Aura, after the band was unable to secure the services of their first 2 choices for guest guitarists Brian May or Steve Lukather. Govan explained that he was then chosen as an affordable option for the band, which had not experienced recent chart success. With his work on the album complete, Govan was added to the Asia lineup for the tour to support the new album. He wrote an instrumental song, Bad Asteroid, which itself was based on material from Govan's early 1990s demo. He went on to play on the band's 2004 album Silent Nation. In 2006, Asia keyboardist Geoff Downes decided to reform the band with its original 3 members, Govan and 2 other band members, bassist and singer John Payne and J. Schellen. Along with keyboardist Erik Norlander, continued under the name Asia Featuring John Payne. Govan left in mid-2009. He was replaced by virtuoso guitarist Mitch Perry, known for his work with Cher, Rat, Lita Ford, and the Michael Schenker Group. Since Govan's departure from Asia Featuring John Payne, they have gone on to considerable international success. Payne, Govan, and Schellen also formed GPS, and after the addition of Ryo Okumoto on keyboards, the band released the album Window to the Soul. Most of the material on that album was written for a proposed Asia album, but was scrapped by Geoff Downes when he reunited the original lineup of Asia. Govan performs on a number of tracks on Your Music Is Killing Me, the debut album of UK electronic dance music act the Young Punx, and is part of their live act. He also appears in the music video for their track Rock All. Govan has played live guitar for Dizzee Rascal, including a performance on Later With Jools Holland. Govan's debut solo album Erotic Cakes was released through Cornford Records in August 2006. In the album's sleeve notes, Govan states the album is a Simpsons reference. He also explains that when playing live, the band is billed as Erotic Cakes rather than simply Guthrie Govan. In addition to bass by Govan's brother Seth and drumming by Pete Riley, the album features guitar solos by Richie Kotzen on NER, and Bumblefoot on Rhode Island Shred respectively. Seth, Govan, and Pete Riley also complete the Erotic Cakes live band. Previous versions of Waves and Rhode Island Shred appeared on the compilation Guitar on the Edge. A version of his Guitarist of the Year winning piece, Wonderful Slippery Thing, appears on the album. While this is his first album, Govan had been collaborating with drummer Pete Riley on the music since the mid-1990s. Govan faced a setback after the albums were produced when several thousand copies of Erotic Cakes were stolen during a warehouse robbery and were never recovered. But the record company said that if the thieves can sell all of the records, they have a job here with us. The Erotic Cakes band lineup, with the addition of saxophonist Zach Barrett, also forms jazz fusion band The Fellowship. The band used to play at the Basement Club in Chelmsford, Essex, every Thursday night and did so for several years. They continue to play at the Basement Club to this day, normally just 2 or 3 times a year. In late 2011, Govan announced a new tour with a new band, The Aristocrats, featuring Brian Beller on bass and Marco Miniman on drums. Their self-titled debut album was released worldwide in September 2011, followed by Culture Clash in 2013. In January 2015, The Aristocrats released their second live CD or DVD, Culture Clash Live, through all official channels, and a very special so-called official self-released bootleg double CD Secret Show Live in Osaka, which was available only in their own web store and during the live concerts at the merchandise table. The band's third official studio album, Tres Caballeros, was released on the 23rd of June 2015. In March 2019, the Aristocrats recorded their fourth studio album, In the Brother-in Studios, which was released the 28th of June 2019. Most recently, the band toured around North America in 2022 and toured Asia and Europe in 2023.